Right, we're getting into a game with Red here. Red here is like he's basically like number two in the world right now. Um, when we used to play the factory, we were I don't even know if we've ever lost to Red here. Like we've beaten him at least two times, maybe even three. And it was just like with the AG factory, it was just like it was just too easy. But now that our toy has been taken away from us, we now need to rely on a new toy. I think this cost control is actually pretty good for us. The Mustangs are generally pretty useful, and the only question is, do we need to reveal our hand on the first round? I'm thinking we don't want to do that. We want to play it like we want to pretend like we're not going to play sledge, I guess, on round one. So he's got sledges. Okay. What we could do is we could just go for some fangs. We could go for art. We could go for marksman as well. Marksman could be good, but I think fangs might just be also quite good. Okay, this is just to set up our missile defense. It is a little bit early to do that, but I think building the sledge right now is potentially a bit too much of a tell. I think we need to be a little bit more careful with we don't want to give away exactly what we're about to do. Okay, so this is kind of okay. And we'll go for attack, I think. All right, so we basically have nothing. So we recently just played Flower Fairy twice in a row. We lost both games. And our confidence isn't super high, but when it comes to Red Hair, we have a pretty good history against him, but that doesn't mean that we will win using a new strategy. So this looks kind of like he probably thinks we're going to go for some kind of Titan. Actually, we're not going for Titan. We're going for our trustworthy. So I think we just use this for a little bit of a distraction. Don't know if it's going to do that much, but I think we could start selling out of some things. Like this probably isn't the most useful. We know where we need to put our tanks. We're gonna have to position symmetrically, pretty much. 100 left over. We could just go for like two chaff, but I feel like it's kind of time for the sledge line to come out. He already has range on the arc lights. Okay, so he's committed to arc light range, which is not super scary. It's he's basically telling me that he's going carry arc lights. I mean, not really carry arc lights, but he's going arc lights, and well, the sledges do amazingly into arc lights, so I'm kind of happy overall. Can we get a tower? Is the tower going to do anything? The debuff going to do anything? No. Yeah, this was kind of useless, but we will probably need to burn him at some point with this. Probably just sell out of it. Okay, Incendiary Bomb is going to be an insta-pick. Surprisingly, he doesn't have that much shaft, but still. Incendiary is going to be quite good. At least for his tank line. Alright, it's going to be great for him. I don't think we can shield, so we might as well just go for it. We might as well just say we don't care. Do we go Mech Rage right away? Kind of doesn't feel right because we need like... We have 100 left over and there's not much we can do with the 100 left over. So I think it's just going to be 3 sledges. Do we start focusing on one side is the question. Oh, this is still 150 left over. Yeah, I don't know about this. Do not know about this. I feel like our money is not quite where it needs to be. Yeah, this can't be good. Do we just float 150? There's no way that's the correct play, but I just don't know what else to do here. He doesn't fire us, which is really interesting. He also doesn't care about this, which kind of makes sense. The fire is really good for us. So none of our units really go into the fire, which is even better. Okay, he's level 3 already. He's definitely going to go for the, he's definitely going for this carry Arclight. And it's surprising that he wins this round, even though we have the fire. Electromag can be good, but I feel like, can be good, but I feel like we're not going to be around in 3 rounds to have it come back, or 4 rounds. I think it's just time to start teching. We're going to see if level 1 sledges can beat elite marksman arclights that are already level 3, level 2. And we're going to probably just push on this side mainly. Pretty happy with our position. You know, we have double tech, he only has single tech. He's selling out his sledges. What is he going for? It almost seems like he wants to go for a Titan, but if he goes for a Titan, that's going to be a throw, in my opinion. I hope he goes for a Titan, but I'm kind of worried about this elite marksman. Like, so he has elite marksman instead of what? Like, what is the other tech that you normally go for? I mean, he has armor instead of what? Holy crap. This is just... You know, I didn't expect the arc lights to be... And he doesn't even have elite marksman yet. Okay. What's going on? Now he's got the scorpion, which is even worse. We cannot really make him... I guess you could throw this here in the corner and get him to make something to deal with it. But do you really want to... I don't think we're at the position where we were trying to pull his army, but... he could put his own rhinos here, and that would kind of mess us up. Well, let's just see what happens. Let's just see if we need to do anything here. So... 4 chaff. Maybe it's just we don't have any chaff in front. Maybe that's our problem. I think at this point we don't have the deployments to go for chaff. I think we just need to elite recruit. Speed is definitely what we need. We're gonna push this side, I guess. Okay, maybe this can tie up some of the chaff. I mean, that's 3 packs of chaff. That's not insignificant. And this side is just gonna roll straight into the tower, so I think we win this round by a pretty big margin because of the tower. We'll see. He doesn't have the tech yet. The elite marksman yet. He did go for the scorpion. So the tarantula probably was okay. Probably a pretty decent play, but let's see how this tower debuff. It wasn't that bad. But man, this scorpion is starting to look pretty scary. And oh man, this scorpion cleans everything up. So what now? What do we need to do now? We're gonna keep going tanks. I don't care. This could be repositioned, but do you really want to reposition it? Like, put it in next to the tank? You almost could just put this here and then put like a chaff to like distract him, but Don't think we play this game. Electromag is probably good since he's got so many like probably elite units coming up soon. Like this is probably not a bad target for this. Yeah, he's probably gonna deal with that. I think it's better to sell. I think we have to go into this AP. Kind of doesn't make sense to go into more chaff, but I mean missiles are gonna be good. At least we thin out some of his chaff. And yeah, just more tanks now. You lose to a Wraith really badly. But I think at this point we're not exactly, you know, we're losing to everything. So we're just going to commit. Charge shot. Okay, interesting. I wonder if loose formation is good. I think our problem is that the chaff clear, isn't it? But now his problem is almost the chaff clear. Okay, hopefully we can win this here. We do have like super strong tanks here. We win, but not by a large margin. But at least it's something. At least it's something. This is it's the number 2 ranked player in the world, so you know something is better than nothing for sure. Now we get the fire. The fire is just God's gift here. Gotta pick a side. I think I want to continue hammering down this side, maybe. Now we get levels. I think we just continue to push our advantage here, but you can easily missile this. Probably want to put something here. Well, let's just see how much money we have. I think we start borrowing more tanks. Could just go for the armor here. Why don't we link up the oil? I don't know. Armor's kind of good, I think. Okay, so this is strong. This is very strong. Wish I kind of went for the oil, but I mean, we are getting 3 packs, I think, hopefully. This is going to be a kind of a problem. This chaff is going to be a kind of a problem. I guess we can go for Vulcan for war crime after this, assuming we are still alive. Okay, this is we're doing more than just still alive. We're almost winning. Okay, time for the Vulcan war crime. Yeah, whatever this is, we don't care. Just gonna sell. And it's gonna be Vulcan war crime time. One here probably. One here probably, right? You don't want this to run forward. You want it to be a little bit further behind. So something like this. And missiles are not going to do anything. A shield wouldn't be bad though. It's probably not that important. Yeah, I feel like this positioning is pretty gold. It's pretty good. Right. What else do we need? A shield? Shield for this? Not necessary, is it? Because this is doing a lot of, let's just upgrade this guy. Did the most damage. Right. Win or lose, it comes down to this moment. I feel like we're gonna win because how do you stop the Vulcan war crime? Is it positioned too far forward? What is this? This is for the, is this for the mountain? But surely we're not going to go for surely we're not going to go for a factory here. But this is for the factory, isn't it? What is this for? Uh oh. This is for the loose formation, but I think he's gambled incorrectly here. This is not going to work for him. Level 3 as well. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is maybe the Vulcan being too far behind, but no, it's not. It's perfect. It's going to get the first volley off, and this is going to be devastating. I think we just win right here, right now. Yep, I think that's it. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh man, come on, please. Please don't tease me like this. Please don't tease me like that. I was already envisioning in my head, like typing GG, or you know, if I was gonna type it, or you know, if I was gonna wait for him to type it. Okay, so this is now he's gonna now what? Now what? Now what is the question? Well, now we just keep going more Vulcans, I think. Like another Vulcan in the middle, probably be pretty good. Upgrade everything. We are weak to the Wraith. That's the problem. That's what I'm worried about is the Wraith. Do we just go for 2 Marksmen? Or like 2 Phoenix? Or not 2 Phoenix. We need to go for like... You know, I would love to just upgrade this, but... We need to be responsible. Like an armor... Wraith would just destroy us. So let's go for 2 Marksmen. Just to be sure, just to be safe. I'm a little bit further behind so it doesn't like jump into the fire immediately. Okay, we need to shield because of the EMP. And let's just upgrade. Let's upgrade our stuff real quick. Oops, 150. Okay, so he's gone Abyss. We did go for the Marksman. We did go for the Marksman. He's trying to go for the vertical beam. The vertical beam is really good because it's almost about to hit the Marksman. But I think... Now that he's missed, he might be in some trouble. The volley comes out finally. The Marksman is still alive, but I think that's gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna be. That's not gonna be it for us. But we will live to see another round. And he has shown his colors now. He is into Abyss. That's not. It's not exactly great for him, I think. Advanced defense tactics, advanced attack artifact. I think. You know, we need to upgrade everything. Maybe the advanced attack upgrade is good, but I don't know. I'm a little bit wary about this. Perhaps we click this, put it on this guy. Yeah, this is kind of, it's not great. We will need to just go for massive amounts of marksmen. Level things up. Go for an oil here. You go for range as well, I think. We'll spread these guys around. This is kind of annoying, but there's not much we can do. Maybe we can beacon this guy away from here. Still, it's not going to do that much. Kind of already don't have that much money. Just missile this. And yeah, let's just hope that this is gonna work. Oh my god, he goes for the mountain, but no. The mountain is not gonna be, it's not gonna, wait. It's not gonna work into the AP. It's only gonna block 1400. I don't think that, I think the mountain was I think he's super desperate. Which kind of makes me happy, even if we lose. I feel like getting him super desperate is good. If he wins this, man, I think it's as epic as if we win. Because the way he played this, the double Titan, is absolutely crazy. And he might actually even win here. Oh my god. What a play. What a play. I didn't actually believe in it, but I could the fact that it worked, man, what a play. I did not expect him to go into this that was the last thing I expected. Because usually if you commit into an abyss, you cannot just sell out. Like you're gonna lose. And the fact that he still had the money to go into this is just it's mind blowing because we had the sledges, right? All right, so let's just confirm that we would have won if we didn't overcommit into the wrong unit. The offensive, defensive, they're all kind of good. Let's go offensive. Let's upgrade everything. I think it is worth getting marksman, but maybe not elite recruit, maybe not double teching. Elite spec is fine. Getting levels on the tower makes sense. Probably need to have some kind of shield. Like, I don't know, maybe just a missile. You would never missile here. So yeah, let's just float to 50. Fortunately, we didn't have the money for the oil, which could be a problem. I think taking the attack enhancement card is probably what we needed to do. That was a mistake. So I think we should win here. Like if we don't win here, I'd be pretty surprised. Okay, so we still don't win. Even if we don't overcommit. That's interesting. That's not what I expected. All right, so let's say we don't build any marksmen. So what are we supposed to do? Just build more tanks? We would never just build more tanks, right? But let's say that's what we did. We just build more tanks. Okay, we'll put this here. So let's see what happens. So he went for the defense, which makes sense since he's going for the tank. Nearly 500,000 HP. But what's kind of interesting is that he still wins because it's even after this dies, it's done its job for tanking for everything, for the arc lights. These carry arc lights are pretty sick. But I guess in this situation we end up winning, but you know, this is not, you know, this is not what we expected. The last thing we expected was it was him selling out of one Titan and going for another Titan. But man, these are the plays that are made at the highest level. It's so interesting to see that this is actually a legitimate play. And he was on his last legs. I mean, he had to pull this, you know, he had to pull he pulled the abyss out of his, you know, out of his back pocket, and then he pulled the mountain. Yeah, so the vertical sweep was, I mean, he even went for the vertical sweep and he sold out. That's how bad it was. I mean, he tried to aim for the tower, which, I mean, you know, is so. Well, let's take a look at this round, right? So we knew that we were saying to ourselves we are weak to a a Wraith, right? I wasn't thinking about the Abyss, but I was thinking about the Wraith. But it's the same idea. We are weak to something that needs the AA, right? And we even built the anti-air. We even built the anti-air. That's how good we were, right? We anticipated what we were weak with. We built it, but we didn't quite commit into it. And why would you? Would you really click aerial spec blind? No, you wouldn't, right? That would be like we'd be accused of cheating. Like there's no way you would do that. So I mean, you could click range here. The thing is, I don't think you want just Mustang because of the potential the potential Wraith with armor, right? That's the thing I was worried about. Okay, let's just go for an oil. We'll just see what happens. So this is still going to burn, I think, some of our units, unfortunately. So the range didn't help. But let's just see. Had we taken this out, it would have been, I think we would have been able to win, I think. Let's see. I've always been saying that the Abyss Titans are just so garbage, but I think I might have been proven wrong. But I'm not going to play Titans because, in my opinion, you know, I think they're way too weak. But yeah, it's kind of surprising how he still wins even though we killed the Abyss. 70 health, right? This is no longer the same person that we used to cheese with our factory. I'm not saying he's cheesing us, but he's using a much weaker version of the tool that we used to use against him. Let's say we go for Phoenix, right? Let's just say we go for 2 Phoenixes. Let's say, okay, we're not into... I prefer the marksman, I really do, but let's just say we go for 2 Phoenix. Somehow we just do not have enough money to level everything up. Let's not level that up. Let's level some of these guys up since the MP is going to hit us. And this is kind of playing it as, you know, we're cheating really hard here. Because we're only shielding this. I guess this orbital didn't do that much. Maybe that was a mistake. I will always go for marksman over phoenixes. I'm just, you know, trying to experiment with something a little bit different here. See if it makes a difference. Because theoretically, if you can win by a phoenix, you still win, but it doesn't look like the phoenix was enough. So this abyss is kind of doing all right. This abyss, like. Kind of surprised. Like, do you really need to have 3 marksmen with aerial spec, blind, or like let's say range? Just blind here. You click aerial spec, and he goes for the abyss. You know we're gonna get banned for cheating. Like you cannot predict that he's gonna go for abyss when there's no indication of any abyss. So. The best we can do is just range. What about, okay, so what about the oil here? Let's set some kind of oil down here. I think this was for the factory. He was worried about his own factory. Yeah, but I don't play factory. Like, it's been so long. Factory's been nerfed way too much. Note to self that the Vulcan oil still goes into our own shields. It doesn't protect against our own shield. We do have the range on the marksman, but it's only a single level 1 marksman here. It's probably gonna get taken out. Yeah, this was hard to win. Not sure what you know. I think you would have to. Yeah, I'm surprised this army was so strong here. I thought we had this game in the bag. I was already preparing to type GG, you know, and celebrating, but somehow this he was able to win here. Well, anyways, hey, um, we got to see an amazing play, right? The Abyss with a tech sold and gone into a level 2 mountain with a tech, right? You used to be able to do these plays like on round 6, right? Round 7. Now you have to wait till I don't know what this was. This was round 10, 11, okay, 9, 9, 10. So yeah, you're able to do these moves, but it's like a 3-round delay. But the problem is, like, you throw down a mountain or something, like it's probably gonna die just to the army because your army's so much more developed. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the mountain didn't die there. I'm sure if you clicked EMP, it would have, but I mean, we were worried about the Abyss, right? Usually when you see an Abyss, you're gonna see like 2 or 3 more Abyss. Don't know why he didn't go for the Abyss. I kind of want to just see what happens if he went for the Abyss, because in my opinion, selling out of the Abyss and going for is not good. You're wasting 750, or you're wasting so much. Let's go for defensive tactics. We'll probably beacon this guy backwards. Just go for a couple more Abyss. Still has the cannons, interestingly. That tells me that the cannons are still worth something. Surely you need temporary range, don't you? Maybe we have to sell out of this. And problem is that we have the counter to the Abyss. He doesn't even have range on the Abyss. Maybe this vertical sweep is all he needs. I don't know. Maybe the vertical sweep will get to the marksman. Doesn't seem so. Wait a second. It looks like he's winning because the arc lights are carrying hard. Never mind. I feel like there's some potential there. Like, I feel like we still almost lost. Like, I feel like we almost weren't able to counter the Abyss there. Defensive tactics. Let's say we sell out of this. Can we go for like a ball of Abyss, kind of beacon in? Do you want to beacon in the Abyss is the question. Not sure you do, honestly. I feel like they're way better at being in a safer position, especially with those marksmen. Okay, you just throw it on. Let's throw it on a shield here for the EMP. I mean, the vertical sweep is a nerf to the Abyss. Somewhat. Okay, so yeah, the Abyss would have worked. The Abyss would have worked. I think that the issue really isn't necessarily the Abyss. It's these arc lights. But look at the damage of the arc lights. So this is super strong. And our chaff clear wasn't quite there. We didn't have loose formation. We didn't have enough crawlers. We had fire on the ground. I still like our fire on the ground idea, but I think that was the problem. These arc lights got way too strong. And well, they said that carry arc light is dead, but I think after seeing this, it's not necessarily dead. I mean, 7,000 damage every 1.2 second with 7 splash. I mean, you're two-shotting these level 3 sledges. I think that's a huge problem, and we didn't quite deal with that correctly.